Restore my wrongs to rights, now I'm a gangster.
I am HipHopGamer.
Get money! Tough times, you know we always go through it. That's why we sit and reminisce when making music. See, my influence is God-given, the hard-written, spilling my heart's mission just to give you a real feeling. So many villains in the village that we live in negative positions got you living life like you non-existent. So make a difference, cause haters gonna hate on you. Be a real G and make a hater love degrading you. No more degrading you, doubt is not an option. A little taste of hell could give you heaven as the prophet. Pain is like a treasure, the logic of being better. Get the best out of the worst, then you're the best version ever. I'm so clever, never underestimate the greatness. The reason I was born, cause I was built to be amazing. And now I live my life just to be an inspiration. Fear don't live here, cause I faced it. Gotta be a G. Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode, Get Money Gamers. Now, I don't even need to introduce this dude, you know what I'm saying? This dude is a legend in his own right. He's amazing. The one, the only, the dominant Beasley. What's going on, son?
I appreciate
what's up?
I appreciate that intro, man.
Come on, man. Like,
making me feel good about myself.
You need to, man, because you're changing lives. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a lot of big things. Now, the first thing I want to ask you is, like, you know, this is Get Money Gamers, and what I really want to know is, when did that moment happen for y'all when you was like, oh, shoot, like, this is, even though it's rap, it's hardcore, we love it, but there's a realistic business set like behind this, and we gotta make sure we attack it. And you know, you can't copy respect. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
How did that all work out for you guys with the brand?
I mean, initially, you know, when we first set out to do it, it wasn't. You know, we had been doing a Smack DVD, and we had battles on that. And for those that don't know what Smack DVD is or was, it was a DVD compilation just prior to YouTube, where we would go around and compile various interviews from different artists around the country who were popular in the hip-hop culture, compile it onto a disc, and then at the end of each disc or each compilation, we would have an MC battle in a barber shop, a record store, and you know, then we would release it through independent stores, mom and pop stores, and it would get around the country, and it just began to grow and become very popular. You know, then YouTube struck, and it was harder to control your content because people were ripping these things off the stuff and throwing it up on YouTube. So, you know, kind of defeated the purpose of being able to actually sell a CD. But the one thing that we noticed also, media didn't become as exclusive. You know, like now it's like if you have a camera and you see Brad Pitt walking down the street and you ask him, does he still think about Jennifer Aniston? It doesn't matter who you are, everyone's gonna air it. Well, before, you know, it had to be Barbara Walters or something like that. Well, we didn't live in that age anymore. So we realized also that the stuff that we were capturing and recording, it was harder to keep it exclusive or for the DVD because people would go do various interviews at radio stations, and there were blogs that were being set up as they were walking out of each interview. So by the time we would release the information, it would be old. But the one thing that we realized that we could control were the battles. And they were getting as high views as, you know, the mainstream artists were. So we decided to take it and, you know, do an event. And then to answer your question as to when did we know that it was a business, at first we didn't know if it was going to be a business. It just thought it was something to do to bring some publicity and see what would happen. And then, you know, after a couple of events, I would say maybe somewhere around the second year, and that would be like 2011. We had an event at a spot downtown. Spot probably did about 600 people. And we were thinking like, how many people are gonna show up today? And we thought like, I don't know, maybe 300 people. And that was the event where Hollow the Don battled Goods.
Word.
And where Calico battled Calico and K-Shine and Tech
Shout out
Nine,
to all of them.
Tech Nine, Rich Dollars, and you know, X Factor and Surf. That was like a
X Factor. I haven't heard that name in a while. Wow.
It was that day. So we're thinking like 300 people, whatever. Wrong. Like this shit is sold out. The lines around the corner, and then we probably turned away about 400 or 500 people.
What?
Yeah. So it was crazy. It was like a shock to us. So that was like in the spring. So that was known. So then we, in turn, we said, okay, we got to get something bigger. So that's when I went to Webster Hall, and that's when we did Summer Madness for the first time. So then from that point moving forward, that's what enabled us to have, you know, to start to do the bigger shows for battle rap and just kind of, you know, really start to develop into a viable business where we knew that we could, if we did the right level of promotion, we could bring people out and have them come through. And this is all done online. You know?
Yo, that's amazing, dog. God bless your story,
Thank you, man. Appreciate
So
it.
now my next question, I saw in an interview where Murder Mook, he was talking about how like sometimes certain companies don't want to invest in battle rap because like the language or this and that, but then they'll throw all this money at movies. It's just a lot of hypocritical stuff that that happens to us all the time. You already know how that go. But what I want to ask you is, I feel like people like that's watching this video, there's a lot of people right now watching right now, and they're at that breaking point where it's like, do I give up? I'm tired of this. Ain't nothing working. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure you guys have moments where it's like, what we gonna do next? Like, you know what I mean? So what's one of the things that y'all did when certain companies that y'all probably tried to work with that didn't want to work with y'all because of, you know, hypocritical BS type of things that would take place? You guys figured it out and found a way.
Yeah.
How important is that to sustain what you're trying to build here?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that kept us going is we knew we had a fan base.
Right.
And we actually knew that people watched it because, you know, we air the majority of our content on YouTube. So we can kind of see, you know, where the action is and people are watching. But oftentimes there were times where we didn't know, you know, where we were going to get the funding to do stuff. If people were going to show up. There were times where things happened, you know, like, you know, last minute things happened that, you know, ruined events where we lost money. But I mean, I think if you have a strong belief in what you're doing and you oftentimes you'll make it through. The biggest thing is that you don't give up. And if you love something and you put your energy towards it and you believe in it, you'll find a way to make money off of it. Like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that when we sat down, we said, you know what, we're gonna make battle rap, you know, we're gonna, like before we did it, like, oh, we're gonna make it to where we can charge people $100 a ticket and do this and do that and bring all these people out from around the country. These are things that we didn't know were gonna happen. They just things that happened based on consistency and us putting forth our best effort to try to expose people to something that we liked and believed in and were entertained by. And then in turn, they saw that we were genuine about it. So they became passionate about it, and it's what's been able to help us sustain thus far. So I would say that, you know, you always have to look and see if you have growth. You always have to look and see where you can do better, and you always have to be willing, I wouldn't say to fail, but not be afraid to make mistakes or not be afraid to you know, not to win every time, because there's going to be times where you win, where you don't think you're going to win, and there's going to be times where you think you're going to win, and sometimes things just level out. So, you know, you never can tell, man. But the most important thing that I would say is that you just have to always keep going. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Always keep going.
One of the things that I take away from what you said is to never have a fear of losing or have a fear of coming up short with what your expectation was. Don't do that, because you will lose everything the moment you go against yourself. You know what I'm saying? Never bet against yourself. Bet on yourself. Like I try to tell everybody that all the time, and you heard it right here from Beasley himself. The next question I would have before I destroy you in Tekken 7, you know what I'm saying? The next question is this. Like, the next move that you feel will be made with the URL brand and stuff like that, what do you feel would be a significant growth moment going forward with the URL? What are you looking to do? You don't have to say everything, you know, behind the scenes, but, you know, what's some of the things that you're looking to do, you know, whether it's investment-wise or whatever, because these are the things that people that's watching, they're going to be like, well, I mean, everybody have a different blueprint to their success, but it doesn't mean we can't listen and learn or observe, you know, what another person is doing that you admire. And I admire you guys big time.
Oh, I appreciate that. We admire you
hell
too,
yeah.
man.
Hell yeah, I admire you guys. I love you guys. I seriously mean that, son. This is no joke with me. My heart is on my sleeve. You guys is phenomenal. Facts. So the thing is, the next move that y'all want to make, what move will that be that you see in the next year, 2 years, and how important is strategy with your business as you're going forward?
I mean, strategy is everything. You know, a lot of times, you know, of course, whenever you have a successful product, within 15 months, you're going to have a competitor in the marketplace emulating everything that you're doing because they see that you have something that's successful. So one of the things that we have been able to do,
I just had to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
one of the things that we've been able to do is outthink people in terms of marketing. You know what I mean? Where sometimes there's been bigger companies that have come through with money and, you know, bigger outlets and, you know, more resources, but we've still been able to beat them because we kind of know our audience and stay in tune with them and know what to give them at the right times. In terms of growth, you know, I would definitely like to take advantage of a lot of the technology that's out here. There's been a lot of new platforms that are being developed, just not just online, but, you know, for the phones, you know, on the gaming systems. I would definitely like to spread what we're doing onto a lot of these platforms, and I think a lot of them are taking chances more, you know, kind of sort of answer your question about in terms of, you know, people not believing or investing as to what you said in regards to what Mook was talking about. You know, oftentimes, you know, when you have something that's new and different, people will always find a way to put a hand to block it from happening. But you know, when you're like one of the first going over that mountain,
absolutely,
you know, you're gonna take those hits first. It's just like hip hop in the beginning when Def Jam came out. You know, they would shop around for deals and everything, and nobody would give them a chance, and they would say it was hip hop was a novelty.
Yep.
Now it's the most popular music in the world.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
So
just had to say
you
it
know,
like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like word.
I feel strongly about battle rap. I think that it is a facet of hip hop now. I don't think battle rap has it's come and gone in spurts, but I think this is the longest that it's ever been at this level where, you know, there's never been a time in battle rap where you can go to Irving Plaza and sell it out at $100 a ticket and it be packed out numerous times. That has never ever happened. So it's a testament to show that if you put energy behind something, that it can continue to grow. You know, we have a show coming up in LA, November the 11th, and that show's already sold out. Wow. You know, so, you know, we're taking baby steps, but eventually our dream and our goal is to be able to get into a Madison Square Garden or something like that where people do concerts and have big battles come through. And I think if you look at what's happening now in terms of popular culture, I think we're passing into those lanes as well, because now you have stuff like Drop the Mic. Yeah. You have like these celebrities doing rap battles. These are things that were inconceivable, you know, years ago.
It exists because of you. Like, it exists because of y'all, which I know. Facts. Just like, call it what it is.
I think it's coming to that point where it's being more widely accepted. So we just have to hope and pray that, you know, you got shows like Wildin' Out who kind of have taken the battle rap motto and just kind of like utilized it to really strengthen the show. It's the most popular part of the show when they do the battles and they have battle rappers on the show. So, you know, mainstream television is starting to cherry pick elements of battle rap. Now we have to kind of hope and pray that one of these major networks or platforms will take it in its purest form so that we can present it in the purest way and show the authenticity and the place where, you know, everything else is coming from, you know, so that's the hope. And the dream.
All about the root of the situation. Yo, Beasley, please let them know where they can find you at, and thank you. It's an honor, more than an honor, having you on the show.
Nah, it's definitely a pleasure, man. I like what you do as well, man. And, you know, even further what you said too, like, who would ever think that you could make money or make a living playing video games?
Hell yeah, baby. You know that.
Amazing. You know what I mean? So That's dope. But, you know, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, people like, oh, battle rap, you're not going to make any money doing that. Or
$100 a ticket. Yeah, okay.
You know? But you could find us on our website, which is urltv.tv.
All right.
That's urltv.tv. We have the app coming as well. It should be out the top of the year. It's dope. A whole bunch of features from games and everything else that you
I can't wait.
can't even think of. And you know, you can follow us online. We're all on Instagram at SmackWhite, at URLTV, at Beasley NYC, or at Street Star Norb. You can find any one of us on there. Follow the movement, see what's going on. Come out and check out a live event. Expose yourself to something different. I promise you, it's like nothing you've ever seen when you come out and see it in person. You can watch it online.
I can attest to that.
When you see it live, man, if you love hip hop and that type of camaraderie and competition and energy, it's definitely something that you need to see. You can also catch us on YouTube at the URL. It's the URL TV. YouTube.com, the URL TV. Go ahead, log on, subscribe, watch some battles, give us some feedback. Twitter, same thing, at URL TV, at Beasley NYC. Yo,
you already know what it is. Now, on the count of 3, we got to turn around and stuff like that. Man. So we're going to turn around the chair. You got to face the TV.
Which direction am I going?
Yeah, you're going to turn that way. Yeah, I'm going to turn this way. You're going to turn that way. All right, you ready? All right, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to Richmond. Diesel versus everybody.